All right, guys, I wanted to come on here and make a video first to apologize on behalf of the show because Mike and I were wrong. Mike and I thought, with these cryptic videos we kept seeing and posts on the internet that something was going to be done or something was being done to make sure Donald Trump never sees the inside of the White House again. But as of right now, it looks like Donald Trump will be inaugurated on January 20th. So, what do we do now? Now is the time we shift our focus from preventing Donald Trump getting into the White House to resisting Donald Trump at every turn. We cannot willingly go along with this. We cannot fall asleep and just pretend democracy never happened and just willingly go along with fascism. This is not how this works, okay? We are supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. And I hate to say it, but this is not what the people wanted, because let's be real, I mean, 250 million people did not vote for Donald Trump. You know, the ones that voted for Kamala Harris and the people that didn't vote. So only 70 million people, or 70 and some change, wanted Donald Trump to be the president of the United States. They're the only idiots in this country that were willingly going along with all this bullshit. So for the next 4+ years, because they're already talking about making Donald Trump president for a third term, that's already being talked about by people like Steve Bannon. And he's saying he didn't run 2 consecutive terms, so now he can run a third term. Like, it's never ending with these people. And I got to tell you, I think there will be a midterm election, but I don't have my hopes up. But I don't know if we're ever going to see an actual free and fair election ever again in this country. This election was influenced by people like Elon Musk and Vladimir Putin. It's out in the open. They're not even hiding it at this point. But my thing is that they did not fight this hard. They did not spend billions of dollars. I'm not talking about just Elon Musk. I'm talking about like places like the Heritage Foundation and all the other groups that are associated with them as well. Billions of dollars regaining power just to lose it again once people see how horrific the consequences of their votes are going to be, because the policies they want to implement are going to be so unpopular that if Donald Trump were to leave after 4 years, he'll probably leave with a single-digit approval rating. Even his own followers are going to turn on him because they're going to slowly, because they are extremely slow, they're going to slowly realize that Donald Trump has not kept a single campaign promise to them. And for some reason, they seem to think that they are excluded from all these diabolical plans that Donald Trump has. Like, nowhere in Project 2025 does it say except for people that voted for Donald Trump. So when the prices go up and you lose your jobs and all that shit because of Donald Trump's policies, you know what? We don't feel bad for you because you fucking voted for this. But for the next 4 years, we get to at least report on the epic failure that will be the second Trump administration. He is getting owned left and right by world leaders that have actual brains and some intelligence and know how to form complex thoughts and use things like, critical thinking. So we get to watch that. And I think my new favorite hero comes from Canada, a member of the Parliament by the name of Elizabeth May. And I have 2 clips I want to show you. And she makes Donald Trump look like a spoiled, rotten child in this. I mean, if there was a way you could spank somebody with your words, she just spanked the living shit. I mean, somebody should call CPS. Is so bad how bad this is how bad she spanked Donald Trump. I'm going to show you this first clip just to give you a little taste. And we're going to laugh about it for a bit. And then I'm going to show you the second part, which is just the icing on the cake. So here you go.
So no, sorry. And I really also take offense, sorry, Mr. Trump, took offense to your idea that Pierre Poilievre wasn't good enough to lead the Conservatives. Wayne Gretzky, I mean, he's great. He is the great one. He skates to where the puck is going. It's not going to MAGA. The puck is on a Canadian ice rink. And by the way, Mr. Trump, please, before making public pronouncements that Wayne Gretzky should run for prime minister, give yourself or get yourself a briefing on the nature of parliamentary democracy, a Westminster parliamentary system, and a constitutional monarchy where no one runs for prime minister. We have elections for members of parliament. We don't get to pick and choose among our billionaire friends for who gets a seat at the cabinet table. If they're not an elected member of parliament, well, Canadian system is different from that of the United States of America. I suggest that Mr. Trump find one of his grandchildren's school books and look at the year 1776, which may explain a few things to him about why our systems of government are different.
Oh my God. I love this woman. I love her. She just made him look so stupid. First of all, suggesting that Wayne Gretzky, like, this is so stupid. You know, Donald Trump once, and this could still happen, he actually once suggested that the military should be run by football coaches and IndyCar teams or racers. I mean, we truly live in the fucking dumbest timeline in human history. And instead of moving on from it, we get to dive deeper into it. Oh my God. This is not even the best part. So she explains that, Canada's not going to become the 51st state. It's a stupid idea. Anyone who knows anything about world history understands that, except for Donald Trump, because he doesn't know anything about world history. Like I said, the second video is the icing on the cake. And I love how she refuses to call him President Trump or President-elect Trump, just Mr. Trump. And she just, laughs it off. Like, Canada does not have any intentions or interest in being America's 51st state. However, since Donald Trump likes to wheel and deal, she has an offer for him. And I honestly think it's kind of appealing. I mean, raise your hand if you're ready to become Canadian at this point, because you can no longer handle the American stupidity. But anyways, here's the second clip. And oh my God, like I said, this is probably my new favorite person here.
I don't want to belittle Mr. Trump, but on the other hand, hey, Donald, have we got a deal for you? You think we want to be the 51st state? Nah, but maybe California would like to be the 11th province. How about it? California, Oregon, Washington, you've got geography in common with us. And not only that, we've already got a carbon trading system between California and Quebec. We've got some strong alliances on our west coast from British Columbia. There's been a lot of academic papers on the idea of Cascadia. So California, Governor Newsom, and Washington State, Jay Inslee, and newly elected Governor of Oregon, Tina Kotek. How about it? Want to put a referendum to your citizens? Because this is what you deal. Have we got a deal for you? This is what you get. Free health care. Universal free health care. No more one-year-olds who suddenly fall off the Medicaid list and their parents are in the news because they're trying to do a GoFundMe so they can get their daughter to a doctor. Universal free health care. And guess what? Those gun laws that your Congress is too afraid to pass because of the national gun lobby, we already got our strict gun laws. That's why we have the safest streets around the world.
Oh my God. She just owned the shit out of Donald Trump. Oh my God. That's a good offer. Free universal health care and better gun laws. They already have them. That's why Canada is one of the safest countries in the world. So again, raise your hand if you're ready to become Canadian, because honestly, I don't know how much more of this I can take. Yeah. Idiocracy is real, folks. It wasn't a movie. It was a prophecy. Man, oh man, do we get to look forward to so many more years of this. This is embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. I mean, Kamala Harris ran on rebuilding the middle class. And you idiots were like, nope, we want the billionaires because they're going to drain the swamp. And then they filled the swamp with more billionaires. And yes, I am laughing at you. I'm not laughing with you, that's for sure, because yeah, you still are too busy being proud of yourself, routing the libs with your vote. When in fact, you look stupid. You look ridiculous. One of these days, I'll never have to hang my head in shame because of my vote, but you will, because guess who everybody's going to blame when there's no housing and no jobs and we can't afford food and people don't have health insurance and people drop off of Medicaid and food stamps and all that kind of stuff, especially in red states, because red states receive more support from the government, more socialist support from the government than any other states. Yeah. So when you guys get mad and you didn't vote for Trump and you didn't vote for Kamala Harris and you don't know who to blame, well, look at your neighbor with the Trump sign in his yard, who's proudly hanging a Trump train flag from his flagpole. That is who you blame, because those people, MAGA, will be the reason for what's to come. So, yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for all your support. Like I said, we're going to keep going and keep going until we're forced to stop or until this dumbass shit ends, whichever comes first. Love you all. Have a great rest of your day. And like always, we'll talk to you soon.